What is up, guys? Wraec is here with a new video, and today once again on the Amazon series where we didn't really do a whole lot of episodes recently, with a pretty nice starting screen, I have to say. We finally won against that bloody Void Campaign stage 172 that I was stuck at for ages, because it is, well, it's an unseeming stage. It's like a stage you wouldn't believe that you get stuck there. And then you try things out against it and notice quickly, like, yeah, there aren't really a whole lot of ways to clear this with the heroes we have. Basically, with this LFA, there is only one viable way to clear it, and that is to kill this Olivia on turn 1. Because Olivia has the pretty annoying ability to swap speed with your highest speed hero. So you really only have two options to counter her. The first one being to have a hero that has a higher speed than your main damage dealer, which we can't do because we only have one T4 hero, and only one homeowner. You need a second homeowner with a probably T5 hero in there to really get to the speed required. So we don't really have an option to counter that ability. And if you go 2 turns in a row, because basically, once that Olivia swaps speed with you at the end or at the beginning of turn 2, I'm not quite sure, at the end of turn 1 or the beginning of turn 2, you won't attack before the enemies do, so all of those enemies will attack, including this wonderful Annabelle, which just blocks you from using any active skills or makes your active skill actively heal the enemies. And that kills you, because that gets blocked by those Eloise. They will counterattack, they will hit you with damage over time, they will kill you. And then we have this Ignis just healing a ton, being very tanky. Well, I'm not sure she healed. Well, 224 million is not a small amount of heal, but then again, we have those Eloise too, and Eloise are quite capable damage dealers. Fiona, on the other hand, not that dangerous. Providing a shield, though, can be annoying. So what you really end up doing is use melodic strings. You hit this Olivia very hard, and you hope to kill it, and you hope to inflict enough enemies with fear, and especially this Annabelle with fear, so that she doesn't use her active skill. You get another active skill, and you have to have enough damage to get the first active skill to kill this Olivia, to get the second active skill to kill that Ignis, and basically with this second active skill you have to clear the rest. So yeah, that was quite annoying, and can take a little break here, maybe we'll come back to that in a second. And really it was only possible because I spent the recent days, every so often, when I found some time, upgrading this account and getting us some more stats. And the last thing I did right now, that I just noticed, kind of butchered. I wanted to say I built an Onkirimaru tenant, and then I just noticed that Onkirimaru is not tenant for our LFA at the moment, but the armorer still is. So I guess that is a little bit of a hiccup. But yeah, I built an Onkirimaru, still upgrading him to T5 because he is just better. Check that out, it's 53,000, that's 96,000. Both have pretty similar attack. I think the armorer is an 8 here. Currently there's an artifact on the Onkirimaru though, so it is not quite fair comparison. Usually that Onkirimaru would not have that much more attack, but it is a small attack boost. We want to upgrade him to E5, so that's definitely going to happen. By the way, this armorer was a beautiful copy, 5,700 attack, but this Onki, even though it's a B tier, 5,192 attack, not bad at all. Still need a little bit to upgrade him. Mainly I need some time to build all those 9 stars, those 10 stars. We have a 10-star puppeteer. But that one, I guess, will be for all of LFA, because he's close to being T5. Actually, we are level 94 here. We have one more sublimation that we could take here, but then again, when it's triggered, reduces crit by 10% for enemies without fear. Not too much of an impressive sublimation. Those here are quite nice. Every time an enemy is afflicted with fear, we get HP, we get more energy, attack, control, immunity, etc. So not quite bad at all. Some HP attack here, and self duration words, and increasing duration of increase to the self attack, which is just in itself a weird sentence. I just noticed. Increase duration of increasing self attack. Weird. A little bit weird way to say it, but I guess it works. We understand what they mean. And then we have the energy oscillation thing, which some people misunderstand, is not as strong as you think. This just deals damage that doesn't wipe the energy from the heroes. Energy oscillation, not quite the same as the carry ability that swipes off the energy, so that's just a little bit of damage. We will still take it, though I am considering, and the Onkirimaru is in the plan of that, I am considering switching our main homeowner to Mockman quite soon, and the way this would work out is actually quite easy, because once we get the third Transcendence hero, we are not even in a bad position to go forward here, because check that out, what we're currently using. We are currently using an Aspen, we have a Transcendence Mockman already, we have an Onkirimaru, and we have a normal Mockman. So, and if we check out the tenants here, for Transcendence Mockman, we have a Mockman, we have an Onkirimaru, we don't have an Eloise or Freya, that would be a problem. And I mean, we could build HHA. HHA is an option. I would have usually gone for like SQH, makes more sense, and well, and that's here would be a little bit of a problem, because we have Mockman, then we would have SQH, but really going PDE would be bad. But here, why not? Why not build an HHA? Could be kind of interesting, is a good hero, provides some survivability, provides some burn, provides some holy damage, so that would be a way. And also we could easily switch to Mockman then, and Mockman at the current point has a little bit more punch and also combines well with LFA and the CC he gives us. So that is something that we could do, and also a little nice switch up to the series, because we had LFA now for quite some time. We are level 206 after all, so not even a small amount of time. You can still see that I've used the 10-star Kirimaru just now, not even a long time ago. But that would be like a middle distance, a little bit of a short, not a short term, but like it will take a little bit, but we are getting closer to that. So it's we at 1.4 million Crystal of Transcendence at the moment, and I mean, like, in the time we need to collect the next 3.6 million Crystal of Transcendence, we would need to build like the Onki to E5, and then possibly start with like Freya or an Eloise. I reckon maybe an Eloise. Eloise is quite a good hero and also tenant for a lot of heroes. So Eloise would be an option. And that is what we can do. So next thing that we are going to do, though, I want to show you guys some stuff. First thing was something I already posted to Discord, and it was quite insane actually, because I already saw the red dot here probably. And the thing is, the red dot was an absolute surprise. I was just minding my own business, doing my daily stuff, clicked on it, and we got the avatar. The no 5-star hero obtained after 200 consecutive heroic summons avatar is ours by whatever means. We never did an heroic summon event, I think. And if so, I think only a few scrolls. And ever since, I think it was 5 days ago, I think we are still on streak. We can try that. All was 205 a second ago. Let's just use one scroll. It's a Shirley, so if it's 206 now, then we are still on streak. And it's 206 now, so we are still on streak. In theory, we could reach the 300 avatar, 400 avatar, which would be quite fun. But that is like, it's not, rather unlikely. I only recently, I think like a few months ago, got this avatar on my main account where I did thousands of summons, so it's quite surprising to get it here. And obviously, I mean, if you have such a special avatar, we are going to use it. It doesn't quite fit the frame. And it's always a little bit off-center, which is quite annoying. But, oh, maybe we go like this. Though I like the frame. The frame is rather cool. So that is something that we can do. Let's go like this, because we apparently needed a heroic sum, but good. That's nice. And so this is like the one point. This nice avatar. We did some upgrades, as I said already. Going to do some more here as well. There was a Season of Star Expedition that I really didn't talk about. And then just notice how long ago it was that I made like an episode about this. Really put a little bit too much distance in between, but there was so much stuff to do. There was so much stuff to do on the main account. It wasn't really like I did a low amount of videos. I just did a ton of videos and never really got to do an Amazon episode, because there was always like the one video I wanted to do on the main account. So yeah, it took a little bit of a break here. What I have been doing, though, I have been collecting a few guild treasure coupons. I have been collecting a few treasure crystals. We buy the guild treasure coupons rather slowly, because we don't want to stretch it too much. We really just got our guild tech. Our guild tech is not in the best position. It's not like maxed guild tech like on my main. So we will check that out in a second. Another thing, I still have some shards. We have the Lucky Treasure Chest Splendor, which is a little bit horrible. That was like, was it Force War or Stalin? One of those. And last time, we couldn't reach. I think it was. Can check that out. Stalin's Arena's open. Actually, didn't register. So let's fill that up for a second. Okay, and we have a team, which I think is still horrible that you have to do that twice, actually, if you want to do an attack. Because now when I... it's typical Amazon stuff. Like you go on and see a guy, Daddy Espen, my husbando, and he has like an A- Espen level 100 on this account. That's insane. That's like insane. I love it. If you want to click that now, we actually have to do the same stuff again, so let me do it again. Okay, and that is done too. Can skip that actually, because I guess we can win that. Yeah, we can, and let's check out the rewards just to see if I was right. Oh no, it was this one, the Midnight Ember and the Iron Badge, and last time we didn't get into the top 100 because the opponents close to that were just too difficult, and there is such a huge difference because we also don't get 4,500 points, we don't get that, we end like here, and if you get like top 100 you jump basically from this point range, from like getting 7 of the Lucky Treasure to 50, which is insane difference. So we have to work on that. Let me do just 1 or 2 more tech. I will do the rest of the attacks once we finish this episode, because I don't think it's too interesting to see me click on those, because some of those heroes though are quite interesting. Maybe we can check out the biggest Amazon accounts for a second, maybe the top accounts. Okay, we know LT Ikehaya, we know him. Let's check that out. Ooh, with the SSS Mokken we saw the summon and the Ass Vulcan. That is definitely a nice account. Then we have this guy. Those are the Huawei guys, I think. Though Ikea, I think, is Huawei too. And I mean, you would look at this and think like, okay, might even be Whale on like Android, on the main Android or iOS or something. I have just such nice copies on here. He has like an A- Starwing Jar. Interesting suggestion. I think we saw this account before. Have this guy. Not everybody on Amazon has like A tiers, has S tiers or something. A lot of people are just playing free to play and enjoying their life. That's just perfectly fine, even though it's rather easy, of course, on Amazon to get like an A tier. Though we have like an A- Ferrokin Vessel and an A- Morkman on top of that. There are some interesting people. I wonder when we check that out in a bit later, maybe in the week, who's at the top then, because it still seems like it's just early pushing at the moment. So that's the thing. So let's open up those things. That has to be from Force War then. And that was literally the same problem. Where we couldn't really get into the top 100. And then ended up with pretty low points, obviously. That being a beginner account. And 5. Best we could have gotten would have been 50, but probably it was rather low. We get 10. Then we have those Lucky Treasure Chest Watch. 29, I take 29 is pretty good, and here we have 8, we get 10. So not the overly insane pulls, but we can still do that. And then I want to open up some of the Guild Treasure coupons. We will save up on the crystals. The thing is they now added this, and this is like for the regular summon, you now get guaranteed chests, and you get the guaranteed pink chest at 150, and this resets every now and then. Now it's in 55 hours, not actually a whole lot of time to reset. And you really wanna, if you wanna go for this normal summon, then you really wanna reach that 150. There were some people that said like, okay, I will go to 30 every time, get those 2 chests and go out. I don't think that's a good idea. There are some very impactful effects, like on the pink chest, if you check that out, like those 2 hero token ones. This is assassin speed, this is like Ranger dodge. Ranger dodge can be so insane if you have like a ranger gets attacked by something and just outright dodges. Dodges is still, it's the strongest defense mechanic in the game. Just outright not getting hit can be so insane, and you get a full pink one. So I really don't think it's worth getting those basic ones. They give low amounts of stats, so I wouldn't really go for that every time. I'm going to save up to get 150, or other options, special search. Special search with the event gives you a pink chest every 100. We can check that out. Series collection every 100 summons you get a pink chest, and you get like all the other colors in between too. This time around though, we have the Magical Academy treasure search, and I wouldn't really recommend you go for that. The thing is, and this gives you like a lot of PvP buffs, Interdimensional Arena, Child Champion, Star Arena. We get a little bit of Force War in here, Starland Arena, some general buffs. The general buffs, of course, are okay, but not the highest ones. And this series in general is PvP focused, and a lot of you guys would profit way more from having like some Void Campaign stuff, something, maybe Void Vortex or something around the lines of that. So there are other series that are just better. For example, Hero Token series gives in general gives some quite good rewards. Forgotten Artifact series is like Realmsgate Void Vortex Void Arc, which is decent. Or we go for the Alien Desert, and there of course we have the Void Campaign, which is probably the best if you can get some for this. And I personally prefer the Hero Token series, just some very nice artifacts and treasures. The dodge rate for Ranger, as I said, like the Speed Assassin, and then we have Mage Control Immunity Offset. We have some very good buffs in here, so I personally like this one very much. I wouldn't necessarily recommend going for PvP buffs. What I would recommend, if you want to hear my suggestion that I also made, by the way, in the members channel a while ago, Festival Treasures. Last time during Easter, they released those Festival Treasures. It was basically a series, and there were some normal treasures involved, and there were those Festival Treasures. Every 100 treasure searches you would get like a pink chest, and as you can see here, all damage dealt Transcendence Heroes for the entire faction. Pretty insane treasure. And what I reckon is we are going to see another Festival Treasure series, and the next festival that we are going to have is the anniversary event of Isle Heroes. This is going to happen, and I could really see them releasing another Festival Treasure series around that time. So if they stay true to what they did right now, which was basically making the special search so it uses up the normal coupons, as you can see here, then you might just be able to summon for the anniversary special series with the regular treasure coupons and crystals. If you or treasure coupons, they didn't allow the use of crystals here. As you can see, we have crystals we can't summon here. But you might just be able to summon those then, and those might be really good just in general as they were during Easter. So maybe this is a possibility. For now, let's just do a 10 bomb here. I feel like this will be quite interesting, and we save up the forge, another 10 bomb. Ooh, already full red one, like a little fire. Some of those guild treasures are really insane. Some really nice ones in here. Now we're getting some full ones, which is very nice. Ooh, full orange one. We got a pretty good summon here. And also some people in the comments explained to me the way this actually works. Usually you used to get this full ones every now and then, and this was like the big drop, and you had those 1, 2, 3 shards, which was the low drop. And last time I was a bit confused because sometimes I had like 20, 30, 40 shards of a treasure in there. And the way it works is basically you drop the full one time, and afterwards you drop the treasure, the shard equivalent. Meaning, like if you get a pink one, you get a full pink one if you get it for the first time, and afterwards you get 50 shards of that pink one, and no longer like a full one, but the 50 shards, which are basically the equivalent of having a full one. So I think this was actually quite a decent upgrade. Let's check that out. We have some more, and we also for most treasures that we have, we get the +1 upgrades and stuff. If we have like if they have some shards for that, we didn't really do a whole lot, so maybe we don't. We'll have to see. So current treasure bonus is like 10 million HP and 96k attack. So let's see what we can get out of this. Craft all, there's nothing to craft, but here you can see like a bunch of upgrades actually and some full ones. So let's see what we can do. And this +1 stuff, that's really been like a big change, I have to say. Some really nice things. Now you finally get some upgrades. Even if you don't spend towards it a whole lot. And in general, they've made it a whole lot easier to interact with the system, even for free-to-play. We went up to 127k and 12 million, so I guess that was quite a good upgrade after all. Can't really complain. Saving up the treasures, the crystals, as I said. And I reckon we hit campaign for a little bit, maybe for 2-3 stages, and then try to end it at the 20-minute mark. I guess that is a good time to do it. They have a Rogan in there. That might be a problem. Oh, no, it isn't. Okay, we have damage. Yeah, the last stage was like really tanky. Assassins in general mostly aren't. That is a mean stage. That is a mean stage. That includes a Gloria. Glorias are somewhat of the meanest PvE enemies because they can just one-shot you through Unbending Will. We can just one-shot them though. I mean, like, now we just now have the damage to do so. Not quite sure where we want to hit here. I mean, slot 1 looks like the place to hit. Like, hitting that Wraec might be the way to go. If we can be faster than this Wraec, then we might have the win here. We could also hit that SFX in this at the same speed. Yeah. Oh! I think with some Unbending Will, this might work out. I think we might need Unbending Will. Because the speed was alright, the damage was alright, but 2 pings killed us, so that was not that great. Let's switch to Unbending Will, and then we can beat the stage and end the video at that. And then next time, I think we can beat a little bit more of campaign, so I guess we're gonna try that. Have to finally beat that first island, because that took forever. We started off strong, and then, yeah, strongly declined in our performance, so I guess we have to see what we can do here. Got the kill, didn't get the kill on the SFX, so that's bad. That's like bad. That's some bad stuff. Yeah, if we got the kill there, this might have been the win. But like without the kill on the SFX, of course, SFX is way too dangerous to let her live. Yeah, that's the kill. That's not the kill on the SQH though, so that's horrible once again. Can we get the kill? No. Basic. Okay, basic does it. We got it. Was a little bit closer than I expected, but we got some good clears here. Ooh, double Eloise, double Annabelle. That can be a problem, but we won't fight out until next time. For now, I thank you guys for sticking around and for watching this video, of course, as well. And we'll see us in the next one.